Alright, what's going on? We're on the kayak today, and even though it's sunny, it's really not that warm. I think it's like 35 right now. It's supposed to get up to 40s, but it feels great. All the ice is off the river, and just excited to be out here again. Gonna be looking for a multitude of species. We're gonna just kind of try a lot of different things and see what's eating. Hey, first fish of the day is honestly a really decent river smallmouth. Spin around. Look at that. Oh, it feels good. First smallmouth in open water for me for the year. I have a feeling we're gonna get a lot of these guys. Number 2, river smallmouth. There we go. Alrighty. Beautiful river bass. 2 pretty quick. Pretty happy about that. They seem to be right on the drop off where it comes up from the shallows, where I assume it's warming up in the sun, and they're still in that deeper water. So I'm just gonna make a pattern out of that and find all the spots that look like that today. Yep. Big old smallmouth. All right. Another one on the paddle tail. It's a pretty nice fish, actually. All right. 3 fish and just a couple casts. One thing I've noticed that when the water's still colder and you're chasing the smallmouth and they're in a tight group like this, they kind of get each other more excited up. So the bite's gonna start off a little bit slower and you gotta kind of be slower, more patient to get the bite. But as all the other splashing and commotion's going on down there, it just starts a little feeding frenzy where you just start blitzing up. You can really put a lot of fish in the boat very quick. Oh my God, that was a big one. That was a big one. I hope that one comes back. We get a second chance at one like that. Different angle. Another thing that really helps is if you have an idea of like a little pod, a school of fish are, having different angles come through it can trigger different bites. I don't really have a choice with that because the wind keeps blowing me around. My angles are changing basically every cast. But I am noticing when I have one specific line, I get hit almost every time. So I'm gonna keep trying to pull myself up and keep hitting that line as much as possible while the wind is relatively low like this. Switching it up, purple chartreuse. I don't know, that color was just speaking to me. Maybe that's the one they want better today. I got a 1/4 ounce size head on here with like a 3-inch paddle tail, and I'm probably in 6.5 to 8 feet of water. But for whatever reason, the current's pretty quick here, so it's taken a while for the lure to hit bottom, to feel bottom. But it's like just heavy enough to where I think I can get away with it. And don't use it. Oh my! It's a thump from hell right there. Number 4, but it's not the big one that we lost, but I'll take it. Look how deep those paddle tails are getting in there. One more time. Breezy. Much better one. Oh yeah, that's a much better one. I'm recording this, aren't I? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's a monster smallmouth for Illinois where I'm at. Cool shit. I don't know. The chartreuse might have been a good call. Nice solid 17 or 18. And that one came on the chartreuse. Again, the last one came on this purple chartreuse. I don't know why, but it was speaking to me, and I guess it's speaking to the fish too. I think it's got something to do with just the contrasting colors. Looks good under the water, especially with this water clarity. All right, let's do 2 to 5 more casts at this little area. Then I'm gonna keep drifting down and finding spots that are very similar to this kind of spot. And we'll come back this way on our way out. Oh, that one just landed in a fish's mouth. Hey, it's not a big one, but we're back on action. Nice, solid, I don't know, 14-incher. Let's do it on this side. So, I've decided to change baits again. I know the paddle tails were working, and we keep getting hits on them, but for whatever reason, it's not making me think like it's gonna be the most productive thing. Still fishing a jig head, but I have just put a little black curly tail worm on there. If you can see that against the sky. Same jig head, same 1/4 ounce. All right, that was first cast with this new bait. Oh, and it's a stud. Oh my gosh. That could be a 20. Okay. Let's spin around here. Get some better light on that. Just switched over. Got a nice smallmouth on that black curly tail grub. Wow. Big old bass, go home. All right, just paddling back up, trying to get back in position. But I want to talk about this grub for a second. That was that very first cast that I made with this grub. And I think it worked for a couple different reasons. One, it was the first cast I had with something different. So I was pounding that area with those paddle tails pretty good. So just something different might have been enough to get them to bite. But I think what's helping me more out is just the curly tail. So this curly tail can get a better action when I'm moving it a lot slower. And with the water being colder, that might have made the difference. So that was just one cast. I'm gonna get back into position now and hopefully see if we can't get a few more big old bass. All right. I'm thinking about switching species and going to chase some channel catfish, but before I do, I'm going to try one last lure. It's like this little ribbon tail worm with some ribs in here. It's supposed to be good for walleye in the springtime. I'm going to see if we can't get some smallmouth on it. But what I like about it is it's kind of an in-between between that curly tail grub and the paddle tail. It's got a little boot on the end of it, but it wiggles a lot more. So I'm going to try slowly dragging it and seeing if anything cool can happen with this. Maybe they want this better. Regardless, I like trying different lures because sometimes you can find just a money bait where it seems like every fish in the river wants to eat it. Right now we've been having pretty consistent action on no matter what we're throwing. Keep that one tight. That would hit and then came straight towards me. Hey, but that's a good one. That's right on that new lure that we just switched up to. Today's a perfect example of it really doesn't matter what kind of lure you're throwing. They're gonna hit no matter what, but it's another good fish. I don't know, I guess this one to be 16, 17 inches. In that ballpark. Really having a fun time with this. One of the hardest things right now is just fighting the current and the wind. I'm glad that was not my last cast. That's a good one. This is a good one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I knew that was a good one. Oh my goodness. They like this thing. I like this thing because they like this thing. That's the only reason. Cool. How's the lighting on this? Decent? Hang on, let's spin the boat around. This is it's too good of a fish to have poor lighting on. It's probably an 18 inch bass. Love it. They are really stacked up in this tight little area. There he goes. Try it again now. Nice and slow, just little pops. Look at that, I must have thrown that one right into a fish's mouth. Oh, it's another good one. Oh, that's a good one. Wow. We found them. Oh my God, that's a good one. Oh my gosh. This has lighting decent enough. I don't want to switch. We are on some real smallmouth. Smallmouth springtime clinic. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Fish are really starting to fire off right now. I think it's probably because the sun's coming up, water's getting a little bit warmer, which makes sense. The fish should eat better when it's warmer. And again, it really hasn't mattered what I've been throwing. The fish have been eating every single lure. But for whatever reason, I have more confidence with like some sort of lure that has two colors Preferably ones that are like high contrast, where like it's a chartreuse and purple or a purple and a white. I don't know, seems to make a difference to me. But again, anything works. You just gotta find the fish. Alright, this wind is really starting to aggravate me. It's getting harder and harder to keep my boat in the position that I wanted to. So I think I'm gonna switch gears. I'm gonna paddle upstream a little bit and go see if I can't get on some channel catfish. Now we just sit here and we're gonna give this spot about 25-30 minutes. If we don't get one from here, we're gonna go down over there by that cliff. Good catfish on. Oh my goodness. Wow, I was not expecting it to be like this. Holy cow. I do not want this one coming off. Is this even a channel? It's gotta be a channel cat, right? Yeah, it's doing its those rolls. Ooh, that's a big one. Now, how are we gonna land it? Wow, he's not even that big. He fought hard in that current there for a minute. Wait a second. Yeah, it's a channel. That's a channel, all right. Honestly, not even that big of one. Come on. In the net. Woohoo! He's right in the bottom of the lip. Just keep him in there for a moment. Oh, no way. Doubles! Am I still recording? I am recording. I still have one in the net. Sweet. They're shallower than I thought they were going to be today, but honestly, it makes sense. It's pretty sunny and the river's pretty flat, so the water in the shallows is probably warming up pretty quick. This guy's moving. Yeah. Sweet. It's the second one we just got. Not bad. I'm going to also put this guy in the net for a second and get both baits casted back out. And then I'm going to show these fish out. Alright, baits are casted back out. I mean, both these guys fought way harder than what they actually are, but two solid chunkers. If I can get them out of the net. Alright, two solid chunks right there. Let's get this out of the way. Here's our better fish right here. Whoop. There that goes. He needed to go back. And here's the second one. Catfish bonanza. Let's see if we can get some more. I am slimed up in this boat right now. Well, there's another nice big cat. Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, he's quick. Oh, that's a really good one. All right, let's keep this guy out of the weeds. He's shrinking a little. He's just got a really big tail. Another cat in the boat. That's a bigger one. He felt bigger because he is a little bigger. Hey, pretty good day though. Not taking long to get a couple channel cats. Decent sized ones. March Madness. They are skinny. They're plumping up a little bit, but they could use to be. They could use a couple more pounds, is what I'm getting at. Look how big his tail is. He's making such a racket down there, rolling in the current. It's getting a little breezier and a lot colder. I'm finally gonna get off the river here today. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.